Hello and welcome, guys. Hope you are doing well. So today we will discuss around IOMAD. So IOMAD is a multi-tenant functionality of Moodle. Okay, if you search on the web IOMAD basically you say. So with Moodle under the hood, IOMAD is an open source multi-tenancy solution for corporate enterprise and workplace markets. So this basically IMAD is on top of Moodle. It had multi-tenancy concept. That's it. And under multi-tenancy, you will see here the lots of feature on top of Moodle. Okay, so let's see that those feature one by one here. Okay, so a logical steps of many in Moodle journey. IMAD allow you to share courses and resources. Okay, so multi-tenancy concept basically means you have resources and you want to share across the multiple tenants, across the tenants. So in multi-tenant feature, we will have the different tenant tenant a specific URL you can go for. Suppose you have a LMS and you have some client. So within the same LMS, if you have installed IOMAD, you can handle the concept. You will have the different LMS URL for that particular client. Okay, so this definition says that. Now the tenant auto assignment option. So tenant will have the auto assignment option in case of course users. So if you jump into the deep, you will have some idea. Now suppose you created a LMS using IOMAD and you have some clients. Now the client even will have facility to create more client within that particular client. So that is called parent-child tenant functionality. The IOMAD will have. Now the shared resources and certification across tenant, it can be done per tenant roles for the same users. Okay, so roles and responsibility you can define or you can create or adjust per tenant. Okay, so now the per tenant Office 365 authentication, in case you want to go for any different, you can also do that. Same for the SAML authentication and same for the MFA. MFA means multi-factor authentication. In case you have same instance IOMAD and for the different client, you can have multiple multi-factor authentication configuration. Okay, and you will have this SMTP setting like for sending the mails, outgoing mails. So each and every tenant can have their own settings. Same for the site policy. Suppose you are in Moodle and you only have one capability, you can set up site and policy. Now here in IOMAD, you will have that ability. You can set up the site policy tenant wise. Okay, so it's site policy for tenant. So the per tenant organizational hierarchy will also have the email template you can set for tenant, and the new roles definition you can also go for tenant wise. And the yes, the branding guideline is on top, so you can have your different logo, different theme, different color combination of header, footer, and the main content area. You can manage this all per tenant. And also you'll have the custom menu, the 10 for tenant, in case you have any additional or you want to adjust menu items as per the tenants, you will have that ability inside this IMAD. Now the e-commerce setting will also have for tenant. So coming to some explanation here, if you come to individual branding, yes, IOMAD will support. You can go for a separate theme, the tenant wise, and you can have different logo, different fab icons, CSS, and the distinct URL per tenant. Distinct means this tenant a specific URL. Now the sharing, you see here devolve administration. By definition, a company hierarchy designated users for each tenant can control all their own administrative tasks, including the creation of users, creation of an assignment of courses, running reports, and kind of thing. Yeah. So sharing courses. So courses here in IOMAD can be shared in a multiple way, like there is a dedicated one. So assign courses to a single tenant, this is called dedicated. Now the share courses across selected tenant, that is called close shared. And you can also share with concept of open sharing, like the share all courses across all tenants. So each with its own branding and user autonomy. So the per tenant will have the additional capability. You can get state, you can fine tune all the manager's role or any other roles capability. You can grant and you can revoke whatever the permission will have as a manager. You can grant and revoke permission to your similar role like manager or lower role. So the per tenant role, you will have that ability. You can create, modify, delete roles. Okay, so you cannot delete basically because default one, ideally you should not delete, but yes, you will have the ability to create a new one, and newly created you can delete that one. So these are around the capability and what all the features you will have, the functionality. Okay, so everything you can go for inside IOMAD. And in the coming video you'll also see the how the each and every step will be working. So we'll be picking this one by one item and we'll have the deep knowledge around this. So that's it from this video. Hope you'll have learned something. Thank you for watching and have a great day ahead.